WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 5.
The Trump administration's swift and sweeping cuts to the federal workforce continue, but at what cost as thousands and thousands of people find themselves out of a job? It's our top story at 5. Thank you for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Sherry is off tonight. Another round of federal job cuts are coming, this time to the agency responsible for bringing money into the government. Erica Brown is here for you now from the White House with the very latest.
President Trump and advisor Elon Musk are targeting the IRS for their Department of Government Efficiency's next round of layoffs. More than 6,000 IRS employees are expected to receive termination notices by the end of the week.
We're studying every agency and deciding who to let go and why. And we're doing so very rationally with a lot of support from analysis.
Musk, who is set to speak at the Conservative Political Action Committee conference Thursday, claims the cuts are saving taxpayers billions.
Already saving $50 billion in a single year, which over a 10-year period would be $500 billion.
But some lawmakers say the cuts are coming too fast and too deep.
I'm all over being supportive of finding efficiencies, eliminating the waste, fraud, and abuse there. But there is a way that we go about it, and we do it within the confines of the law.
The campaign to slash the size of government is headed across the Potomac to the Pentagon, where CBS News has learned the administration told senior leaders to prepare for an 8% budget cut.
We're cutting spending with the advice of our IT consultant, Elon Musk.
The Pentagon is expected to shift those funds to other Defense Department programs that are priorities for the president, such as border security. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
The Pentagon says the $50 billion in budget cuts will come from programs it classifies as woke, including climate change. The war of words continues between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. It comes as the president's envoy to Ukraine traveled to the state for meetings. Zelensky posted video of his meeting with President Trump's special envoy to Ukraine, retired General Keith Kellogg, visited Kyiv. The Trump administration is trying to push back on European allies' concerns that Ukraine has been left out of the negotiation to end the war with Russia. And today, the Associated Press reports a planned news conference after talks between Zelensky and President Trump's Ukraine envoy was abruptly canceled by the U.S. New today, we have learned former Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell will not run for re-election in 2026. He told the Associated Press he plans to make the announcement on the Senate floor today, which happens to be his 83rd birthday. McConnell has been a U.S. Senator from Kentucky since 1985 and announced 1 year ago that he would relinquish his leadership role in the Senate. He is the longest-serving Senate party leader in U.S. history. McConnell is a polio survivor and has experienced health issues in recent years, including freezing episodes and falls. In Lansing, lawmakers have been working all day trying to come to a compromise on paid sick leave. If they don't come to an agreement and get something to the governor's desk by midnight tonight, the Earned Sick Time Act will take effect, along with changes to tipped worker wages. Our Rachel Ramsey has been at the Capitol all day long. She is joining us now. Rachel, what's the latest?
Well, Siobhan, we are currently waiting on the Senate to vote on a bill that would change the Earned Sick Time Act. As of right now, the act, which is set to go into effect tomorrow, requires that businesses with 10 or more employees provide 72 hours of paid sick time, and it requires that smaller businesses provide at least 40 hours of paid sick time. Republicans want to see smaller businesses exempt from paid sick time requirements, though, and they've been negotiating with the Democrats in the hopes that they can make that happen. But many Democrats want to see the law go into effect how it already is, which is why it's taking so long for a vote, as there's a lot to compromise on. So we continue to wait for the Senate to vote as the midnight deadline inches closer and closer. And whatever happens to this bill directly affects what happens to the minimum wage bill, which has already made it to the governor's desk. I will explain more on that tonight at 6. But that is where things stand now. The Senate could not pass the bill. If it does pass, it would head to the House and then to the governor's desk, which Governor Gretchen Whitmer would have to sign by midnight tonight, or the original laws would take effect tomorrow. We'll have more coming up on 6 News at 6, including what lawmakers have to say. And there's a group that's already preparing to fight these changes. So we'll have all of that coming up. Here for you in Lansing, Rachel Ramsey, 6 News.
Thank you, Rachel. New tonight, a Michigan State Police cruiser parked on the side of a road was hit by another vehicle this morning. Check this out. It happened on US 127 in Isabella County near Mount Pleasant. Police say the trooper was in the cruiser when it was hit, but they were not hurt. The driver of the vehicle that hit the cruiser had minor injuries. The trooper was stopped and helping another driver who had slid off the highway at the time. And this is just the latest crash involving state troopers, and another reminder to slow down and give them space when you see emergency vehicles. Well, new tonight, Ingham County has approved a plan to spend more than $2 million in settlements connected to the opioid epidemic. We're told the funds will be used to battle opioid addiction over the next 2 years, and it all comes from a lawsuit filed by the county. Several programs will be getting the funding, including the Ingham County Health Department, the Women's Center of Greater Lansing, and a mobile recovery clinic, among others. Also new tonight, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel is demanding the FDA take action when it comes to counterfeit weight loss and diabetes drugs. At least 38 states have joined a coalition in hopes of cracking down on fake Ozempic, Mounjaro, and Wegovy drugs. Nessel says online retailers are illegally selling knockoffs directly to consumers without a prescription. These retailers claim the active ingredients are for research purposes only or not for human consumption, but Nessel says these companies advertise directly to consumers on social media, claiming their products are easier to get and more affordable. President Trump has appointed Michigan's Gretchen Whitmer to the Governor's Council. Whitmer joins the bipartisan group made up of governors from several other states. The group, which consists of 10 governors, 5 from each party, help organize federal disaster relief and National Guard operations, among other things. The governor says she's honored to be a part of the group once again. Well, we here at TV6, we are getting ready to celebrate our 75th anniversary this year, and we could really use your help. If you have any pictures or videos from back in the day, we have set up a folder for you to upload your memories at WLNS.com/75. We would love to use them on the air, and if you're willing to talk about it on TV, let us know, and we'll try to get a hold of you.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We started our Thursday off with a couple of very light snow flurries across mid-Michigan. Since then, we have been able to dry things out, but satellite and radar still shows a blanket of cloud cover for areas just south of I-96. North of there, we're already starting to see some clearing thanks to 2 high-pressure systems that we have off to our west. And notice the influence that these systems are having on the overall weather pattern across the central portions of the United States. There's a lot of dry air in place, and as these high-pressure systems continue to remain in effect and in control of our weather here in mid-Michigan, well, simply put, there's a lot of dry weather in our forecast as well. However, you will notice on Precision Cast, not a whole lot of sunshine that we are expected to come by. We have widespread cloud cover in the forecast for tonight. Mostly cloudy conditions will continue as we go throughout our Friday, but later Friday evening, we start to break apart some of the cloud cover across the area, so we will at least finish off the day with a couple of peaks of sunshine. We'll follow a very similar pattern as we move into the weekend. Lots of cloud cover as we start off our Saturday. We could briefly break into partly cloudy conditions by the afternoon, but any sunshine that we see, unfortunately, going to be relatively short-lived. We are going to be relatively dry as we go throughout the next several days, but notice early next week, we start to enter into a more active weather pattern across the area. I will still mention there's a lot of disagreements between our models as to when these systems will be moving into the area, whether that be Monday and Tuesday or Tuesday and Wednesday. But regardless of the timing, these systems are going to be bringing a very nice warm air mass into the area with temperatures flirting with 40 degrees. So any precipitation that we see, like likely either going to be a mixture of rain and snow or just plain rain showers for our area. Outside this evening, we have mostly cloudy conditions in place. Temperatures in Lansing at 24 degrees. Still feeling like we are in the mid-teens, courtesy of those winds right around 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're at 26 in Grand Ledge, winds gusting as high as 14 thus far, and another cloudy evening over in downtown Jackson, but we are dry at this time. We're at 24, currently feeling like 15 with a gust of 21 miles per hour. In Hillsdale, finally they were able to dry things out. Around an hour ago, they were still dealing with a couple of light flurries. We started the day with temperatures at 12 degrees, warming up to a high of 24, and that peak wind gust one of the highest as we have seen across mid-Michigan at 36 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, we stay dry with this widespread blanket of cloud cover remaining in place. Temperatures falling down into the low teens, but wind chill temperatures will be dropping down into the single digits as we start off our Friday, but above zero. And note it's still going to be a fairly chilly start to the weekend as well. 6-day forecast shows mostly cloudy conditions on Saturday, highs in the upper 20s. We are above freezing by Sunday. Again, two systems making their way into the area Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday likely going to be a brief round of a rain and snow mix, but it comes along with that high in the low 40s.
I was wondering if, as the days went on, we were going to up that to 40s, Kendall, up the highs there a little bit later. And now, yeah, 2 in the 40s.
Yeah, we kept our fingers crossed yesterday, and we were able to do some positive work in the forecast.
Yeah,
today.
you know, it's been really cold. It's been dangerously cold, and so this is nice to see this warm up.
Yeah, 40s, 2 days in the 40s can be wonderful.
All right, Kendall, thank you so much. Well, still to come tonight on 6 News at 5, a somber milestone in Israel as the body of loved ones are finally returned to their families. We'll have that story for you coming up right after the break.